What's up guys, it's Nicole, also known as Nikki Vegan, and today I'm going to be showing you everything that I ate today as a vegan. I've also tried to load this video up with lots of useful information for you guys, so I'm going to show you how I kind of balance eating the sort of junkier, indulgent foods that I like to eat with eating healthy, and doing that in a way that's not super strict or super restrictive, and is also really good for my mental health, because some of you may know that I used to have an eating disorder, and sometimes you can get really obsessive with rules or restrictions or things like that. So it's been a long time since I've been in recovery, and I do feel like I've finally found a way of kind of balancing things out, and I'm going to share that, a little bit of that with you today, as well as all the good stuff I made. I have some recipes for you. I have some little life hacks for you, as well as some self-care habits that I came up with along the way. So I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and let's get started. So on most mornings, I usually like to have kind of a slower morning and make myself breakfast, because the way my schedule works with working nights, my daytime, morning time is usually like my cozy time. So I usually like to do that, but this was a day off and I was meeting friends out. So I just decided to have a big glass of water, and then I had my coffee in my little bathroom area while I was getting ready, and then it was time to go. I'm just snacking on some of these energy balls that I made on my Instagram. They have some oats, some cacao powder, hazelnuts, so they kind of taste like Nutella. Kind of feels like I'm having dessert for breakfast, but it's the only thing I have time for. So I'm gonna have 2 of these and then run out the door. I'm going to a food event, so there's gonna be a lot of food, so I didn't have like a proper breakfast this morning, but this will definitely tide me over.
Hey guys, we are at the California Vegetarian Food Festival. We're about to go get some food, so if you are around, come say hi.
So I've never been to this particular Veg Fest before, and it was really cool because it was actually on a studio lot in Hollywood. So you know those studios where they film movies and TV shows and stuff, they have these big open lots, and on this day they turned it into a Veg Fest, which I thought was really cool. They had little shops where you could buy shirts. I'm pretty sure Hannah ended up getting that shirt, and you could also try a bunch of new vegan samples and get lunch. So it was a really fun thing to do on a Sunday. This was really cool. It was like vegan beef jerky, but it was made out of mushrooms.
Good, it's got the texture. Good texture. Very nice. Very nice.
And then this was really cool too. So this is called chicken salt, but it's all vegan, which I know is confusing by the name, but apparently it's a seasoning that's really popular in Australia. So they're bringing it over here now, and you can use it just like you would use any kind of seasoned salt, like on veggies or pastas or French fries. And it was really good.
Wow. Nisha, you're right. That would be really good on mac and cheese. It would be really good on mac and cheese. He was a genius.
So the first real food stop of the day was sushi. We saw these 2 displays outside of Ono Sushi, and it looked really good. So we decided to try a sushi burrito and share it. And this had seaweed salad in the middle with avocado and some tofu skin, which is supposed to be like salmon skin in a regular sushi roll. It was really good. It was a little bit hard to eat though because of the seaweed salad, not gonna lie, but the flavor was on point. And then I got a piece of pizza. I almost always get Crazy Rockin' Pizza whenever I'm at a Veg Fest, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll remember this flying tomato incident. Comment below if you can spot the flying tomato. But it was great though. Hey guys, so I'm back now. I'm just rehydrating because it was super hot when we were there. But I'm gonna drink this, and then I have to do an Instagram unboxing for some stuff that I got in, and then I'm gonna have like a cleaning day where I just kind of set myself up for the week. I have to go to the grocery store, I have to like vacuum and do dishes and little things like that, just to kind of feel like I'm ready for the week. And I've always been this kind of person. I've always been the kind of person that likes to clean and get all my ducks in a row so that I can enter into a week feeling really good and feeling productive. So that's my plan. I'm gonna do the unboxing. I think I'm gonna make a smoothie because, as you saw, I did not have the healthiest start to my day. And then I'm going to clean out my fridge a little bit so that I have room for my new groceries. And then I'm gonna go to the grocery store, which I'm actually pretty excited about because I'm one of those people that actually really likes going to the grocery store. Comment below and tell me if you enjoy grocery shopping or if you think it is the worst thing ever. I really try to use my social media, either my YouTube or my Instagram, to share things that I love that I think will be helpful and valuable for you guys. And so on my Instagram, I shared Valentia Skincare, which is like a vegan company that I love. I'll put more information about them in the description box below. But then after this, I made a smoothie, and on this day, I packed it full of spinach and some frozen mango with banana. Spinach and leafy greens in general is a really good way to get iron on a vegan diet. I know that some people are really concerned about not getting enough iron iron, but it's not true at all. Beans, legumes, lentils, and even oatmeal and leafy greens like spinach and kale, they're all gonna give you lots of iron, so you won't have to worry about that. And then what I like to do is add some fresh citrus because it adds so much flavor, but also the vitamin C helps you absorb the iron in the greens. So not only are you getting a lot more flavor that way, but you're also getting a really, really, really healthy little snack. So this had mango, banana, berries, orange, a little sprinkle of ginger. I'll use fresh sometimes, I just didn't have it on hand. And then I just blended that up with water, and it was so good and so energizing. Had pizza for breakfast, so smoothie for lunch. If you want the pizza, eat the pizza, but then try to be a little bit healthier afterwards, and not as a punishment for what you ate, but just as a treat for your body so that you feel good all the time. And it's really just about focusing on getting 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. If you think of it as a number, like I want to get at least 5 a day, you end up realizing how easy it is. You know, you just add some berries to your cereal, you put a salad next to the sandwich you're eating at lunchtime, and all of those add up. If you're getting at least 5 a day, you're doing something right. So this is my smoothie. It's very refreshing because it's actually extremely hot today. So I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna do dishes and clean out my fridge, and then it's off to the grocery store. So I did dishes and I vacuumed, and then I got my fridge in order so I could go to the grocery store. I pretty much just picked up some fresh ingredients because my pantry was pretty well stocked. So I came home and I got some kale, I got some stuff to make tacos, I got some fresh fruit for my oatmeal in the morning, and then I got these amazing olives from the Olive Bar at Whole Foods. I got 2 different kinds, and I kind of snacked on these while I was putting my groceries away. The ones that are marinated with the herbs, so bomb. Then I got one of these pears. I've never tried the red ones before, but ever since I had this one, I am in love with them, totally addicted. So I highly recommend those. You can actually bake pears and apples with a little bit of maple syrup, and you can just pop that into the oven for like 10 minutes in the morning while you're doing your makeup or making coffee or whatever it is you're doing. And then you can put that on top of your oatmeal. I have a recipe for that. I call it my Harvest Oats. That's in my ebook, so I will link that down below because that is a very cozy little treat that I love to make with pears and apples this time of year. So like I said, I just snacked on some olives. I also had some of these cherry tomatoes, which were so good. The orange ones are like candy. They hardly taste like tomatoes. They're so good. And then I put away my groceries, which I actually really love doing because that feeling of having a clean kitchen that's stocked with lots of fresh food for the week is just a really good feeling. I don't know, it just makes me excited about the week ahead and of all the healthy food options I have. I feel like when there's no options around, that's when I eat really unhealthy. So I love putting things out in eyesight so that I reach for them throughout the week. And then I put on a podcast. I really love this one. It's called At Home With. It's with 2 British YouTubers who I totally love. And if you like interior design and just interviews with some pretty cool people, mostly some girl boss people, you'll love this series. And if you watch it on Acast, you can actually see photos of their homes and stuff too. So I put that on while I was rummaging through what I needed to use up in my fridge. I went and found some leftovers that I could use to make for dinner. And I usually do this at the end of the week to make sure that I don't have any food waste. And on this day, I had half of a white potato, I had about a handful of mushrooms, and I had some leftover vegan sour cream. So I decided to make some tacos, like I said. But first, I went ahead and made a salad. So I just shredded some Brussels sprouts and some kale. If you have a hard time digesting kale, make sure you take the rib out of it before you chop it up and then cut it really small. And then what I like to do is massage it. And I also added some red onion and also some cabbage and walnuts, and then I kind of mixed it together with my hands, and I let that marinate while I made the tacos, which literally come together so fast. All I did was I just took some black beans, rinsed and drained them, and then I put them in a pan, and then I took about half of a cup or so of just regular store-bought salsa, and then I'm going to add that directly to the pan as well with a sprinkle of just cumin. I probably did about half of a teaspoon or so, some salt and pepper, and a splash of water. And I do that on like medium-high heat, and I kind of mash it together with my wooden spoon. And what happens is it kind of thickens from the starch in the beans, and it becomes like a chunky refried bean. And if you hate black beans or you just hate like the texture of beans, try doing it like this because it becomes kind of more of like a thick a thicker refried bean consistency, and I find it a lot better for things like tacos and burritos, and it just is infused with that cumin and the, salsa. It's so good, and it's really, really easy. Sometimes I just have this with rice, or sometimes I use this as a dip for tortillas, so I love that. But that just simmers away, and then I just took the mushrooms. Instead of cutting them, I just ripped them directly into a pan along with some red onions that I was sauteing, and then these are going to be the two fillings for my tacos. I just finished that with a little sprinkle of salt, and I was sauteing this with water, but you could also do veggie broth, you could do white wine, you could do a little bit of olive oil, whatever you like. And then I warmed up the tortillas in the oven, and I put some of the potato that I had to use up on top, like as the base, and this was going to kind of help hold all the toppings in place. If I was going to do this again, I would definitely do this in the microwave because they did get a little bit crispy, which is fine, but I kind of wanted soft tacos, so I think it would have been a little bit better to do it in the microwave, but these turned out good and actually kind of like DIY crunchy tacos, so that was kind of cool. That's something I love about being in the kitchen. Doesn't matter how long you've been cooking, you're always going to learn like new little tricks. Most of the time it's going to be on accident, so just go with the flow, have fun with it, and don't take it so seriously. It's okay to make mistakes. It's still going to taste good no matter what. And then I just put the mushrooms and the beans on top of the potatoes. I added some salsa, and then I took that vegan sour cream that I made. I'll put the recipe down below. It's for my ebook. And I just thinned it out with some fresh lime juice, and then I kind of drizzled that on top and added some cilantro. And this was really, really good. And as you could see, super simple. It's the kind of thing you could definitely meal prep. You could make lots of beans throughout the week. And then I had that with my salad, which I put some walnuts and nutritional yeast on. And this was really hearty, really filling, and very satisfying. Potatoes, beans, mushrooms, such good taco filling. You know how some people can't not burn toast? I can't not overstuff a tortilla. Like every time I make a taco, every time I make a burrito, it's like falling out all over the sides because I just get really excited about toppings. So that's what I've done here. So it's gonna be a very messy thing, but it tastes really good, and I made it very spicy. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, watch some TV, chill out for a bit, and I'll see you later. After dinner, I decided to just kind of tie up some loose ends so I'd feel ready for the week. I went ahead and I took a shower, I washed my face, I exfoliated, and then I like to keep rose water or some kind of spray in the refrigerator so it's nice and cold. And then I sprayed my face after I did all my skincare for just kind of a nice refresher, and I felt really, really pampered. And then I went through and I just kind of cleaned up a little bit. I was watching YouTube videos and I washed my makeup brushes, and I looked over my schedule for the week and my content calendar so I knew what videos were going up and what kind of things I needed to work on. And I just did it at a very slow pace, and it felt really good. And I spent this time also kind of thinking about how I know that I talk a lot about food on this channel, and I know that I always talk about how kale is so healthy and this vegetable or this fruit is so healthy, but also taking care of yourself and spending time with your friends, getting enough sleep, making sure you're getting outside and exercising, and taking the time to be kind of responsible for your life and tie up the loose ends. Vacuum your carpet, do your laundry. Those things might not seem important for your health, but they are. They're important for your well-being, and they help you feel taken care of, and they help you feel secure. I just watched a YouTube video where Oprah was saying that you really can't give anything unless you fill up your cup first. And it's not about being selfish or full of yourself, but it's about literally making yourself full so that you have lots to give to the world and be productive and just be happy. So I hope that you guys are inspired by that. I have been practicing that as much as I can. It's not always perfect. I don't always stay on top of everything, but I do try, and it makes me feel so much better. So make sure you're eating well and also taking care of the other areas of your life that are important. I do think it all contributes to well-being, and I want you guys to all be happy and healthy. So get to it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.